Tyson says he's going to bet £1 million on Jake Paul knocking out Joshua.
This is what I'm saying. How's that work?
He can't, can he?
Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his. So if it goes any other way, you know.
You give me a headline there, by the way.
If it goes any other way, you know it's fixed, don't you?
Joshua now?
I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's.
Said he wants to fight Anthony Joshua in 2026.
And the haters online are like, yeah, do it.
Well, they're like, what about now?
Yeah.
They're like, what about fighting?
What's you gonna want to fight Jake Paul?
I hate it. And Jake Paul's starting to piss me off.
Paul's boxing career has always thrived on bold moves and headline-making fights. But his latest rumored challenge might be his biggest gamble yet, Anthony Joshua. While Paul has amassed a huge following and picked up some impressive wins along the way, many analysts warn that stepping into the ring with a two-time heavyweight champion could be disastrous. Joshua's elite experience and devastating knockout power set him apart from anyone Paul has faced before. For critics, this isn't just another risky matchup, it's a potential reality check that could bring Paul's boxing journey to a crashing halt.
Jake Paul has reached out to Anthony Joshua a few times. I've spoken to Nikisa, Jake's manager. It's never a fight we anticipated, it's never a fight we've targeted, but if you want Jake Paul to be the warm-up fight, and obviously financially it's a great opportunity for AJ, and you want to provide AJ and probably in turn Matchroom with the opportunity to extinguish Jake Paul from the world of boxing, then maybe AJ will oblige.
In a recent conversation, Matchroom boxing promoter Eddie Hearn revealed that Jake Paul is currently the leading candidate to face Anthony Joshua next. He confirmed that talks are actively underway between Joshua's team and Paul's manager Nikisa Bidarian. While Hearn admitted that the fight would be a highly risky step for Paul, he also highlighted the huge commercial draw it would generate. Based on the current progress, Hearn believes a clash could realistically happen in the early months of 2026.
Jake Paul's manager here last week, and he's open to the fight. Any developments on that?
Lots. I mean, this bizarre world that we live in, I think Jake Paul is absolutely the front runner to fight Anthony Joshua next. I'm here in New York for meetings about that fight. There's an open dialogue between myself and Nikisa, an MVP. I don't know what to tell you, Bridget, other than it's mental. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you this is a 50-50 matchup. The whole thing is bizarre. I think it's extremely dangerous for Jake Paul. I've got the general feedback is the boxing world saying, please AJ, go in and evaporate this young man from the boxing world so we can all get on as normal. You've got Jake Paul fans thinking bizarrely they can beat Anthony Joshua. And the most bizarre thing out of everything is that Jake Paul genuinely believes he will beat Anthony Joshua.
Paul has fueled speculation even further by hinting that a showdown with Joshua could be just around the corner. He revealed that the two have been in direct contact, even receiving a personal call from Joshua to push the idea forward. According to Paul, the plan being discussed is to build toward the fight in late 2025, with a full-scale clash set for early 2026. His manager, Nikisa Bidarian, echoed that timeline, confirming that serious negotiations are underway for what could turn into one of the biggest spectacles in boxing.
Now, I know you're after a world title, but if that doesn't materialize, I know the Tommy Fury name has been floated about. Is there any other fighters who may not be world champions that you're looking to face?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Joshua.
I think that's the main one that, we've talked a lot about is if it's not for the title, it's looking at Tommy, if he's reasonable, and then Anthony Joshua. And he's adamant that he wants to make that fight happen at the end of 2026.
Anything's possible. And so I like the challenge. People, that's the criticism. Fight someone in their prime who's a beast. I think people just want to see me lose. That's really what the message is behind it all. And Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up, and it's looking very likely for next year.
Jake Paul has positioned a potential clash with Anthony Joshua as more than just a fight. It's his vision for revitalizing boxing. He argues that the matchup would inject fresh excitement into the sport, drawing in new fans while commanding global attention. Paul portrays himself as a disruptive spark, someone whose mainstream influence can attract younger audiences who might not otherwise tune into traditional boxing. In his view, the sport needs that kind of energy, and he sees himself as the bridge linking boxing's historic fan base with a new generation of viewers.
But you said it's you and Joshua here. Now, is this fight done? What are we talking about?
You know, it's going to happen. Like, seriously, it's going to happen. We were talking with Turkey tonight, negotiations live in person, which are always fun. But it's going to happen, and it's just such an exciting fight that crosses the whole globe. When you ask a lot of people about certain boxers, they don't know their names. And everywhere I've been going, I just talk about Anthony, and I don't have, you know, I'm global. So it's just such a good fight for the sport of boxing, and people will think I will die, but I will show them why I can rise against all odds and beat him.
Everyone's been wanting to see it happen. Who will be the king of the United Kingdom? And who will be the queen of the United... Too soon? I'm praying that boxing doesn't happen to this fight, and what I mean by that is politics. People trying to take more money than they deserve. Fuck the money, get in there, make fucking history. This is one of the biggest fights that could happen over this past decade. Make it fucking happen, Eddie Hearn. Make it fucking happen, Frank Warren. Make it happen, Tyson. Make it happen, Anthony Joshua. We don't need fucking excuses. Don't let boxing ruin this fight. Get in the fucking ring and fight like...
The boxing world has reacted sharply to Jake Paul's challenge of Anthony Joshua. Many fans and analysts believe that stepping in against such a seasoned and accomplished heavyweight is far beyond Paul's current abilities. For a large portion of the boxing community, the matchup feels less like a bold move and more like an unrealistic leap, one that could expose Paul rather than elevate him.
Right, the real deal respond to me as I tweeted my thoughts about delusion, which again I think is more about what Jake said about Anthony Joshua and what he'll do to him. That was the more delusional aspect of this. Amanda Serrano said, at Jake Paul is the truth. Funny, they say he's a fraud for wanting easy fights, then he asked for the toughest fights ever and they say he's nuts. Listen, he was scheduled to fight Canelo Gervonta, and now he's calling out Joshua. Come on, who else is doing this? Oh crap, on second thought, he is out of his freaking mind, you're right. That was more of just Amanda backing her guy, you know what I'm saying, the co-founder of MVP and someone that she really respects in Jake. But in the middle there, I don't know if she would know or, you know, whatever, but she essentially says that Jake was scheduled to fight Gervonta Davis, and she's not the only one saying that. Dan Raphael said the same thing earlier that day or maybe yesterday. I can't believe that that's true or if that was really going to happen. Essentially, the idea being, had Gervonta Davis beat Lamont Roach, he was going to fight Jake Paul next. And this is why I say, like, it's delusional.
Critics argue that Jake Paul's recent choices, including his victory over 58-year-old Mike Tyson, highlight a troubling pattern in his career. Many view the fight as a publicity stunt, rather than a legitimate sporting challenge, casting doubt on Paul's true commitment to boxing. Prominent voices in the sport, such as Carl Froch, have dismissed Paul's performances as lacking real substance, insisting that his rise has been fueled more by spectacle and showmanship than by genuine boxing skill.
Married. Jake Paul, you've lost your mind if you think you can go toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Listen, let's not get confused, guys. Let's not get confused. Yes, cool. Anthony took a big L with Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois is not no joke, bro. It's not a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? He took an L there, but Jake Paul, I got the utmost respect of what he's done, how he's managed to navigate through the boxing world. Like, bro, it's so mad. And I can see this is like a 90%. It's happening, it's positioning, it's marketing already. Like, why would you see Jake Paul go face to face with Alexander Usyk if it's not to position for a fight for Saudi? Obviously, Jake Paul's gonna fight Anthony Joshua. There's possibly gonna be a Usyk against Tyson Fury 3, because obviously the last two were so close. But you never know. It can also be a Usyk against Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? You never know.